Welcome to the Freedom Property Podcast, the modern real estate brand empowering excellence. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. It's the Freedom Property Podcast show. We have got Jimmy Ponturo in the house today. Where's that surname from? What are you, Italian or something?
It's Sicilian, yeah. So it's Italian, but right down the south.
Yeah, okay.
So most people just say Italian, but to Italians, it's very different.
Nice, mate. Nice. That's the background, eh? That's the flair.
It.
That's where it comes from.
That's it. Spice.
I've seen you on the dance floor, so yeah, I wondered where that came from.
Yeah, it comes from somewhere, yeah.
What's been going on, bro?
Not much, mate. Just cruising to this year. Just hitting it pretty hard, and yeah, here we are.
Absolutely.
Nearly done already.
You've been avoiding the podcast show.
I have, haven't I? Been busy, mate.
I'm like, Jimmy, you want to come on? He's like, oh, yeah, I'll go next one. It's good to get you on here, bro. Get you out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah,
and,
100%.
Yeah, speak to the people out there that have been following your journey. It's and there's a fair few of them. Cool. You got some good clients, mate.
Yeah, I do.
You got some good people following you right now. You've been in real estate for how long?
This is my 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
Second year as an agent.
Yeah. So last year was your first full year.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
And what happened last year?
Well, last year was a bit of a journey, mate, to be honest. It was a bit of a hard start, and obviously it was a big career change. So coming into that and then just hitting it hard, ended up finishing pretty strong, which was great.
Rookie of the year for Freedom Property. That was a great achievement. You can put that on your resume. So congratulations on that one. And yeah, it was. It's always a hard start. Yeah. It's always hard, like getting that wheel turning in real estate, And how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. So a later starter, well, for our team anyway.
Yeah.
So this is exciting. This is we've had all these young guys in the last few, so it's good to get
some of these old dogs.
Well, you're not old, I'm much older than you, but all these 20-year-olds that we've been hanging out with recently and killing it, and just like, for God's sake. So so you were a tradie beforehand.
Yeah, that's right. So I went straight out of school into a carpentry apprenticeship.
Yep.
And then I did that for 7 years.
Yeah, nice.
So maybe a little bit over that.
Yep.
And I just needed a change up, I think. So
what was it about the trade life that you weren't enjoying?
Look, I love the skill.
Yep.
And I think the skill is something that I have forever, and being a chippy is like probably one of the best skills you can have, especially when owning a home. But look, I just got to a point where the progression wasn't really there, and unless I wanted to become a builder, which I did do, I actually went to night school after work, every day for 9 months, and got my builder's license. And then I got to that point, and I was like, I actually don't want to do this anymore. This is actually not my passion.
Yep.
So I kind of made the leap when I was like 25-ish.
Yep.
24, I don't know, and did the career change. So
yeah, nice. You happy you did it?
Yeah, I am. I
think so. Yeah.
It's been a long road, and it was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
but 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a different vibe, old real estate, because it's obviously, I guess, being a trader, you're working your body, and you're getting up at 4 or 5 in the morning, and you're working to the bone and out in there digging holes or whatever, and but this is a different kind of hard work, eh?
It is. It is.
Like, what's the comparison?
Look, it's a funny one, because if you asked me when I was a tradie, like maybe what real estate would have been like, obviously just show homes and sell homes and drive around, wear nice clothes. It's not like that. It is really tough. Obviously, the trades are very, very tough on your body, and you can't do it forever. But real estate's very much like stressful and a huge grind, and you got to back yourself a lot. Otherwise, you know what I mean? You're just not going to make it. So, man, it's tough. It's a tough game.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's definitely tougher on the mind, isn't it?
100%.
But it's
sleepless
nights.
Worth
it though. It's worth it. We're not trying to scare them away.
Yeah, it's good.
This is the realistic podcast, real estate podcast. If you're listening to this, we like to, tell exactly how it is here, eh?
Yeah, 100%.
So why did you get into real estate? Like, what was the go there?
Yeah, so it's a bit of a journey, this one. Like, I kind of, obviously, when I decided that I wasn't going to be doing construction anymore, because I finished up with my previous boss and he was great. I kind of had to make a decision where I was like, I'm not going back to carpentry. Otherwise, I'm going to fall back into it, and that's what I'm going to end up doing forever. So I just committed to getting some job where I had to pack boxes in a factory and then try different things. And I met your offsider, Christian, when he was doing his like real estate apprenticeship, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, mate, like I know Tonksy and I work in the team and you should come check it out.
Yeah.
And I went to primary school with Tonksy, so I hit him up and he's like, yeah, come do some work experience with us.
Yeah.
And I did. And it was very green, but I loved it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just did that and I ended up having a real passion for real estate, and I'm very lucky that situation played out because, you know, here I am 2.5 years later and love it.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Your background of, you know, of your knowledge of, you know, the industry, obviously building properties and being in that lifestyle, you know, that you can bring that into real estate extremely
100%.
well as well. So you've got this edge that your average real estate agent doesn't have. Like, you know, like imagine them trying to, you know, pick you apart on a building and pest, for instance. You'd be like, no. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't cost that much to do, you know, and it's not going to be that difficult, you know. So someone with that experience, you know, that definitely helps.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you find that?
I do, yeah. I actually, a lot of my first listings were properties that needed a lot of work to it. And I think that what really got me over the line with those properties is I knew how to speak to the buyers about what you can actually do there, and if you're willing to put in the work and do it yourself, and what is fixable, what's not fixable, and like how you can really pull it around.
Yeah, nice.
And that worked a treat really, because you know, I actually knew what I was talking about. I wasn't just selling something. I genuinely knew. So yeah,
it's terrible when you go to like an open home and a real estate agent trying to convince you on something that they've got no idea about. You're like
talking to a builder or something, or an electrician.
Absolutely, don't go there, real estate agents. Don't go there if you don't know how to fix something. You don't know that you can definitely remove that wall. Then don't go saying you can remove that wall. It's going to come back and bite you. You know, so yeah, so that's an awesome you know, weapon you've got in your arsenal there, bro.
Yeah, for
really,
sure.
really good. So, and the properties that you're listing and the, you know, the clients you're dealing with right now, like what's the conversations you're having with them, and, you know, like how are you getting these properties, and what's working for you?
Well, it was a lot of the, I guess a lot of the graft I did at the start is now starting to come back around. Obviously, I've got a patch that I've been hitting, you know, pretty exclusively for a while, and now I'm starting to get some traction in that little pocket, which is great. So people are starting to see my signs go up, and, you know, they're starting to notice my name, and you know, I've talked to them 4 or 5 times before that. And yeah, that's kind of what's working for me at the moment, just building those relationships, and they pay off eventually. Yeah. You know, so yeah.
Just got to keep playing that long game, eh?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's definitely going to work out for you because, yeah, people naturally like you. Like,
well, that's good.
You don't seem like your average real estate agent, you know what I mean? Like, but you are. You still are, you know, but like you've got like the down to earth, you know, sit in front of the people that, you know, you relate to, and they just like, when I meet your clients, I'm like, oh yeah, I know, like you guys would get along like a house on fire. You can just see that they love you so much, you know. Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome to see, bro. Yeah. And so what's your plan like moving forward? Like how are you going to take this to the next level? Yeah, look, I think marketing's a big one that I need to really focus on. I want to get some bus stops and some signs in my area, really local, like make it localized, you know what I mean? So that my patch is seeing me all the time. Yep. So that's the next part of the plan. Yep. Obviously, I've been speaking to a few people, even some guys down in like Blacktown and Sydney, you know, that have similar sorts of properties that they're selling. Yep. And, you know, it's a lot of exposure and things like that they're sort of pushing. And I think that's, a powerful thing. Yeah, nice. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can keep working hard. Yes. You know, which is what you'll do. But yeah, spend a little bit of money, spend it wisely, and spend it in a targeted approach, you know, and don't give up on it just because it didn't work this week doesn't mean it ain't going to work next week. Yeah. You know, I see that all the time with agents, you know, they did like one ad and they're like, well, it didn't work. I didn't get anything from it. You're like, what did you think you were supposed to get a listing from that? You know, like drop flyers once and then kind of give up on it because you didn't get anything from it. Makes sense. That's it. Yeah. You don't go to the gym once and think you're going to be shredded. You know what I mean? Like you keep going. You go back tomorrow and you go again and you go again. And in 5 years' time, you look at yourself and you're like, oh, I've got to keep going to the gym. And you keep going. And then after a while, you eventually get there, you know? So, Yeah, and that's obviously where you're at right now. It's like not hit that roller coaster.
Yeah.
Try and keep it like steady,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
like
that's the hardest
consistent.
thing with real estate. Like, it's because you get so tired, like you can get burnt out quite easily because you've got to keep everything in check and you got to make sure your listings are coming in and they're selling and you got to do everything yourself until obviously you start building a team or getting up to that sort of stage.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Definitely.
100%.
Yeah, it is hard when you're trying to do everything right. You know, there is a lot to do in real estate.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, like I say, your team will start to grow naturally as you grow, and yeah, it's going to be an exciting, you know, future for you in real estate. I definitely think that is right though. What you're saying, you know, like picking your location.
Yeah.
Because that location that you're focusing on, like you can get these listings.
Yeah, 100%.
And they turn over. Like you get them, you can sell them. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. So you can get, and we've got obviously some great contacts that like to buy these styles of properties as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, yeah, you need to get them listings.
Yeah,
So we can sell them.
Yeah, I know.
You get them, we sell them. Like, no worries. So you just got to get them.
Yeah.
You know, so you just got to get on that shopping list there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So what really worked for you, Josh, I guess, when you started out? Because I know you started in a similar area, if not the same area.
Yeah. Well, we didn't do it like we do it now, you know, like it was all just like, it wasn't like collecting data then, like we collect everything now, you know, so it's way easier to fast track this now because you're every single phone call you're getting their email, you're getting all their details, you're putting them in the system perfectly and managing them for the rest of their lives, you know, whereas back then we were like, you want to sell your house? No? All right. You want to sell your house? No. You want to, oh, you do? You maybe next year? All right. I'll keep in touch with you then, you know, like it was like that. So I was just hunting, just non-stop, like,
exhausting.
So, yeah, well, it was, but that's all we knew.
Yeah.
But
100%.
like that got to me to where I am now because I was like, I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to keep going every day. I'm going to go door knocking every day. I'm going to cold call every day.
Yeah.
And that's all I did. I just sat in the office and I would make hundreds of phone calls every day.
Works.
You know, and when I wasn't making the phone calls, I'd walk around my area. When I was walking around my area, I'd put my flag up. You know, if I was making calls, sometimes I'd make it from the local coffee shop, and I would just be seen in that area. And I was just trying to meet as many people there as possible in hope that one day when they're ready, they would call me, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's a funny one because I remember even when I started with you and I was sitting there in the office and I didn't really know what to do, you know, right at the start, you're like, mate, go through, pick 1,000 homes, call them, then you go door knock them, then you go put some flyers out. And I was like, okay. And they're like, you're like, go do that. I'm like, all right, easy. And then I came back like 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, Josh, did it. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
Like, do it again. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did laps on my area, like laps on it, you know, and at least now you collect their email address when you knock on their door. Back then, we didn't even collect their email. Like, there wasn't even a thing. Email wasn't even a thing back when I first started. So, you know, like it was all just like, do you want an appraisal? You know, oh, you don't? No worries. Well, I'm going to be here forever. If you ever need me, here's my card.
Yeah.
See you around. I'll see you in like a couple of months when I knock back on your door.
Yeah.
You know, it was just grinding, you know, but you can do that now, but in a much more collective way, you know, around your listings, around your solds, you know, prospect, get the What's My Property Worth out there, build your community, get the community video going, get that plastered around your location non-stop so everybody can see that you actually care about your community, your neighborhood as we call them, you know. If you don't know what a neighborhood is, contact us. We'll show you what a neighborhood is. Follow me on socials. You can see my neighborhood in my link tree. Click there, my neighborhood. That's what a neighborhood is. You're welcome. You know, but that's where we want to focus you right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can dominate that suburb.
Yeah.
That suburb is yours for the taking, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be exciting for you. Yeah.
Awesome.
What are you liking about Freedom?
Oh, mate, it's the honestly just the culture's amazing, you know. So props on that because I feel like that's a pretty hard thing to do in this industry by, you know, just looking outside in, you know, like it is a very, very, you know, it's competitive. It's a competitive industry and it's hard to keep that culture together. And I think could easily come unraveled. And just being able to ask people questions and having guidance, you know, I asked you a million questions, you know, when I first started and Jake and you know, various other people in our team, and just having that support was pretty amazing. You know what I mean? You can kind of, you know, you can become better a lot quicker because you're actually taking bits of knowledge from people that have made the mistakes and then give you the answer.
Definitely. Like we do like to, hold your hand a little bit at the start there, just because, we can fast track it a little bit, can't
of
we?
course.
Because, there's definitely things there that we have picked up along the way that we can guide you with. So, I appreciate that feedback, mate. So, I'm excited to see what you're going to do, Jimmy.
Thanks, mate.
I'm quietly
too.
confident in you. I am I'm like, this guy is one to watch, especially in that suburb. I reckon that you can absolutely dominate that suburb.
Yeah, I think so.
And
I
your
get
competition
along.
feels like they're about to quit real estate. You know what I mean? Like they're at that age where they're pulling back, and you're coming through.
Yeah.
Come through with the heat, the energy, and take that area.
Yeah. I mean, I get along with the people in my suburb, you know what I mean? I relate to them. So it's comfortable. I love that. I love where I work.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. So.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what to do. If you want to list your house with Jimmy Ponturo, the Italian stallion, you just give him a call.